What's up you guys, my name is Griff, and in this video I'll be playing against a Michael while solo queuing. For an item, I'm bringing a Commodious Toolbox, which has 32 charges and moderately increases repair speed, Wire Spool, which gives us 12 additional charges, and Scraps, which give us 8 additional charges. For perks, we have Deliverance, so we can Kobe when we safely unhook a teammate, Decisive Strike in case the killer wants to tunnel, Dead Hard primarily for chases, and Borrowed Time to guarantee us a safe unhook for Deliverance. So we get Shelter Woods. In my opinion, this is a killer-sided map. There aren't that many good structures to work with as a survivor, and a lot of the pallets are just plain old filler pallets. Once I see it's a Michael, I try to make as much distance as I can and break his line of sight so that he doesn't get much stock off of me. At this point, I make a little bit of a mistake. I assume the Michael is following me, so I tell my teammates where he is, and I scare LD off the generator, but it turns out he had found someone else. Once Michael hits tier 2, I know I can relax a little bit because the next time he approaches he'll have a terror radius, whereas in tier 1 he would not. Wow, 6 great skill checks in a row. Considering I'm usually blowing up generators, that's actually a pretty big deal for me. So as we're finishing up this gen, I see Michael in the distance, getting a little bit closer to us. Assuming he was going to chase me or Claudette, I try to get as far away as possible, but instead he decides to go after Elodie. Oh, the trees. My biggest enemy in this game. So once I get an unhook here on Nancy, she runs straight towards Michael, and for a second here he starts to follow her. My thought process was that he was going to wait out Nancy's borrowed time, so I tried to get myself in between the two, but instead he hits me with a basic attack then leaves me alone, allowing me to work on a generator once again. Even though this generator is high priority, I did make a mistake here by not waiting to make sure that Michael had left the area completely before starting to work on it. Rest in peace, Shack Pallet. Or should I say, rest in pieces. Back again already? Michael must like my blue hair. Now, vaulting at TNL walls is usually a 50-50, but considering the fact that Michael has not tried to mind game at all during this match, I thought it was a pretty safe bet to just keep holding W. Now that someone else has his attention again, let's see if I can make a dent in the progress of this generator. And here he comes again. Let's see what happens this time. So here, I thought Michael was trying to fake a window vault, but once I realized he's just stalking me, I go to the corner of Shack to make things more difficult for him. Window fakes like this one don't always work, however, I had enough distance on him that had he not fallen for it, I would have been able to make it all the way around to the other side of the L wall. Now here I make a mistake. When I didn't see his red stain coming around the corner, I should have realized he was going to vault this window. Him trying to moonwalk would have been highly unlikely considering my position. I would have seen him moonwalking, so him vaulting the window was by far the most probable outcome. So right here's another one of those 50-50 situations. Now, Michael hadn't doubled back a single time the entire match, so I figured at one point he was going to do it. I guessed here, and I ended up being right. Honestly, this Michael has thrown the match just protecting this one generator. I mean, I wasn't able to get a whole lot of generator progress this match, but at least that was a good distraction for my teammates. And if you're wondering why auras like this occasionally appeared throughout the match, it's because one of my teammates is running a map with the Crystal Bead Very Rare add-on, which allows everyone else to see auras that are generated by the map user. Thanks to LD running Prove Thyself, we were able to make a little bit more progress on this generator before Michael came back for the millionth time. Now right here, I definitely should have waited for Michael to get further away before unhooking. However, the way he had played the match thus far, I figured I could pull off some sort of move to where he'd hit Claudette instead of me. Now here, I unlock a chest in hopes of finding a medkit to heal myself up, and lucky for me, that's exactly what I get. Elodie, even though you have one of the most annoying screams in this game, I'll let you off the hook. I wonder if this Michael's gonna have... Yep, he has Noed. At least now I know where Hatch is if worst comes to worst. At this point, I was just dying to use my deliverance, so I didn't really care if I got caught here or not. Unfortunately this time, Michael tries to commit to waiting out Nancy's borrowed time. Looks like he wasn't patient enough to fully wait out the timer. Once I vault here, I realize there's no way I can get all the way around the L wall back to the window where I had started, so I decide to double vault to try and throw Michael off. I have no words for that. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now let's see if I can make a smart deliverance play. It's gonna be tough though, considering we're at Endgame and Michael's been hovering around most of his hooks. Now here, when Michael downs Claudette, my hope was that he was going to pick her up, but instead my other two teammates distract him, giving me the perfect time to use my deliverance. At this point, my only goal is to get him as far away from my downed teammate and the gate as possible. I didn't dead hard because I was hoping he would pick me up right away. Of course, there's a risk into doing this where he could have slugged me and then waited out for my DS, but the way Michael had been playing for most of the match, I had a feeling he would insta-pick up. Now, I've dead-harded in a chase with him before, so I think he knows what's coming. Oh? I guess not. Thank you guys for watching. I will have another Survivor full match analysis video up by next week.